Hi, Steve here. Hope you're going well today. In this video I want to show you our brand new new gen betfair horse betting bot. This is a brand new bot and has a lot to offer anyone wanting to bet on betfair in the horse races around the world, whether they be gallops or harness racing. Once you crack open the bot, this is what you'll see here. If you've seen our bots before, this looks very similar but has got quite a few more options on it. So this is the interface, and over here we have the tabs that I'll discuss as we go forward in this video. So this is what it looks like. You can see the fields in here if you want to. You don't need to see the fields. The bot doesn't need to see the fields when it's betting on autopilot. You do need to see the fields when you are using the pre-program, but we'll talk about that in a minute. Okay, so the bot spins off into 7 what I'd call mini bots, the Magnificent 7. We have a Dutch bot inside there. We have the program bets. We have 3 backing bets, so you can run 3 separate backing strategies in different countries or different odds range, or handicapped horses, non-handicapped, harness racing. You've got all those options, and I'll tell you a little bit more in a minute. And then we have 2 laying tabs as well, so you can lay 2 different sorts of strategies you want. At the moment I'm laying the odds on favourites, but you can lay in the place market as well as the win market. So if we go to the next one, what have we got here? This is the pre-programmed option. Now what this means is you can put, say you may have at the start of racing for the day, you may have 10 bets that you want to put on Betfair, but if you're betting into markets like Australia or any markets except maybe the UK, early in the morning or a little while before the race, there's not much liquidity and the markets are not running true 101%, close to 100%. They're more like 110, 120 in some cases. So the value is not there and the liquidity is not there. So what this pre-program option allows you to do is to put your bets on before racing starts or during racing, but a long time before the actual race, and you can set the minimum and maximum odds that you're prepared to accept. And you can then let the bot wait until such time as it's a minute or 20 seconds before the start, and then the bot will look at your horse and see if it meets those price ranges that you've given. If it does, then it will place the bet. If it does not, then it won't place the bet. Okay, so you've got that option there. Plus you may have maybe a race down here that you want to put a Dutch bet on. Say the 5th race at Randwick or the 12:30 at Lingfield, then you can pick the favourite order, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, or 2nd, 3rd and 4th favourite, and you can put a Dutch bet on and set a minimum price range for those horses to be in order for the Dutch to get put on. That's another one that you can put on in your personal settings. Now these personal settings are the horses that you choose. Okay, the ones that you're following, you may be following a jockey that's got a couple of rides that you want to bet, but once again, you want to get the price, the odds range that you want. So that's the pre-program, so that's one of the 7 sub-bots. Then in the backing, we have 3 tabs that you're allowed, you can run 3 different scenarios on. And this, in the new Gen bot now, we have the staking tabs. You've got 10 staking tabs. So this means basically if races get delayed and that, then the bet can go to the next one and the next one. So you've got you haven't got a bottleneck. If one race is, you're waiting for the result of a race, you can bet onto another tab. So you can choose as many tabs as you want for each individual backing. You can allow Mexican wave, you can use the profit delta, you can bet in the win or place market, you can bet the first 5 favourites, and you can set the odds range that you want, whether you want to keep the bet in play or whether you want to take SP if the bet's not matched. You can put in the amount of runners that you want and the commission rate, and also you can pick the countries here. Now the back bets here are on autopilot, so once you set the parameters and hit the start button, the bot will bet to these settings, and we have our staking settings here, and we have nearly an hour of instruction video. So if you want to find out more before you buy, when you go to the page link, you can go in and have a look at the online manual and videos. So we've got a staking, which is a stop at a winner staking, or if you put loss count as 1, then it's like a level staking. If you just want to have 1 in there, then it will place the bet. It'll chase the target, whatever you're looking for, $1, $10, 10 cents. It'll chase that target. If it doesn't get it in the first bet, then it won't try and recover anything if you've got the stop at the loss count at 1. Then you've got the choice of non-handicap or handicap racing and harness racing. So you've got 3 of these back bet sub bots that you can bet 3 different scenarios. You might want one for Australia, one for Great Britain, or you may want one for non-handicap. It's entirely up to you. Then we have 2 laying strategies tabs, so 2 lay sub bots if you like, and the settings are much the same. If you're going to bet in the place market, you've got the place options there of 2 being placed, 3 being placed, 4 being placed, so a little bit more diverse than our previous bots. Plus you've got your staking plans down here, so you can run 2 different laying scenarios. We've got 1 Dutch betting scenario, so you bet on the favourites here. You can bet the first and second favourite, or the first, second, third and fourth favourite, whatever you want, and we can put in the minimum and maximum odds of each of those horses that you're prepared to accept. If they are met, then the bot will place the Dutch bet, and we'll also look at loss recovery, or once again, if you change the loss count to 1, it'll only work as a level staking bet. Here's a backing option that I'm using for the last 10 days since we've had the bot up and running, and we're looking for $1 profit, and you can see there made $50.70 profit. We've had 234 races, 75 winners, strike rate of 32%, and a return on investment of 11.5%. This big red drop here is we had 13 losers. Can you believe 13 losers in a row betting the favourite? So it's still recovered from that to show us the $50 profit over the 10-day period. If you're looking at our laying one, I'm laying some odds-on options here at the moment on Australian racing. So we've had 45 races, we've had 17 winning lays, and a 37% strike rate on our laying strategy. In Dutching, we've made $33.90 over the 10 days. 53 races have qualified, and we've had 34 winning races, so a 64% strike rate to make our $33.90 on our Dutching. And we're just Dutching the top 2 Australian favourites, but with a pretty tight favourite and a pretty tight second favourite, so hence the lower amount of races. So primarily, why are we making these bots? Well, it's to bet your personal selections with easy inputting and a set and forget. So you can put your races on Betfair for the day, and then you can forget about them and just let the bot run and do the betting for you. And to have the auto sub-bots, as we call them, betting to your formula. So you've got 3 there. You don't need to use all 3, but you can bet to the formulas that you've devised. Also, you can bet small and do some research before you start increasing the stakes. To have laying auto bots, which we've got 2 of, to bet to your formulas, and to have Dutch bets betting to your formula, so that if a race qualifies, then it'll be putting on a Dutch bet for you. Basically, it's to enjoy racing without the hassle of having to place manual bets. Today and yesterday, betting on the Australian racing, I didn't place one bet physically. They were all placed on the bot. So all I did was, while I was working away making this video and that, I could just look at the races and enjoy the racing, and ultimately it was a profitable day, another $40 today on the examples I was using, because I am testing some other ones other than what I showed you. So basically, let me take you quickly on the story that we've had. In 2015, we built this bot here, our Stop at a Winner bot, and it was very basic, and it's still available, still sells today, but It's about £40 off from what we used to sell it at. It's now available for $19.97. So if you want to dip your toe in the water and haven't used bot betting before, well then you can do so with this one. A few years later, we built the Saw Deluxe bot, which we added the Dutching to. The first one had place and laid facilities. The next one we introduced Dutching to it, and we've got that now at $39.97. That was at I think $79.97, so that's like $40 discount now. And these are the prices that they will stay at. And then we have our brand new Saw Gen bot, which I've just shown you a little bit above about it, and we've got the introduction offer for $59.97. For these are all for a 12-month license on using the bot. So there's something there if you just starting in bots, if you want to get dip your toe in the water, or you can jump into the new one, which offers you obviously more opportunity. These 3 bots all cover the horse races covered by Betfair around the world. So US, South Africa, Australia, New Zealand, Ireland, Great Britain, France, wherever the racing is and Betfair's covering it, then these bots can bet on it. And they have a stop at a winner staking. So that means it's you put in, say you want to win $10 or £10, you put that in, and then the bot will try and win the £10. If it doesn't the first time, then the next time it will try and win you the £10 profit and recover the staking from before. And then we have a stop loss, so you can say if it gets to this much, I want to stop it and restart, and it will do that. And we also, if you use that last loss count as 1, then the bot essentially just stakes your selections, or the Autobot, it bets at level staking. It's not trying to recover anything. I know some people are only comfortable with level staking, then you can use that on the bot. So if you want to see more on this one, if you're watching this on the YouTube site, you can go to sawnewgen.com and click on that and have a look at a bit more of the bot, and also have the opportunity to read the manual. On an important note, if you like small staking, then our bots allow you to bet as low as 1 cent or 2 cents or pence if you're in UK pounds and pence, so that you can structure, you can do your research if you want to. If you've got a strategy you like, you can do it at low levels and see how it goes, download the results, and then you may find that you may need to tweak the odds, or you may find one country's letting you down, and you can make your own system with very real live results for a minimum outlay. So you can test and research without that high risk. In summary, if you want to enjoy your racing and enjoy life, let the betting bot allow both. It will bet for you, and it will take all that tedious thing away, and you can just use it like Netflix, as I like to call it, entertainment racing, where you're just watching the racing and then flicking on the bot and seeing what horses are being bet in that race for you. So thanks for coming on this short journey with the Saw New Gen bot. These are only 3 bots that I just showed you back there on their horse racing, but we have over 40 bots covering horses, greyhounds, football and other sports. So if you go to winningmore.com, you can have a look at all of our bots, or most of them. There's a few bots missing off there which I'll have to update, but you can see them there. So if you want baseball or you want tennis, then we'll have bots in there that can bet those as well. So on behalf of Michael and the programmers, thanks for watching this overview on the Saw New Gen bot, and we hope that is of interest to you. It's a great tool, and we've really enjoyed testing it and bringing it to you in the shape that it is now. Thank you.